Okay, good morning, campers. I found a lot of information out from my alternative media sources over the last 24 hours or so. I've decided to list it all because it's a lot. I'm not going to get emotional and draw any conclusions until I go through all the information. So here we go. The first thing I found out was that there seems to be a media blackout. Now we know there's not a lot going on. Now Anderson Cooper's down there with his big production, but before that, there hasn't been that much. Um, a documentary filmmaker named James C. Scott went down there. I've clipped a video of his call-in yesterday to a radio show that I listened to. He was very concerned and nervous and freaked out. He doesn't have a whole lot of experience with martial law scenarios and troops on the street, and it seems like that's where they're leading towards what's going on. A lot that's not being said. You really have to listen to the video to understand. Make your own conclusions from that. There's another video out that's really important. It'll be the second thing that I've clipped. There's been a flyover, and there seems to be another oil leak in the Gulf, believe it or not. If it's not another oil leak, it could just be major plumes that are surrounding another oil rig. I'm not sure, but the flyover, either way, can give you an idea of what's not being said on the mainstream media, which ties into this media blackout. The worst thing, I think, and the thing I'm trying to get not to get too freaked out about, is this Army.mil document that's come out off the official military websites where they just performed a drill. If you read the drill, they used Air Force. They're talking about fighting a well-regulated enemy. It goes on about how unprecedented it was to prepare to fight this kind of war. And the drill was in Mississippi just 2 weeks ago. I mean, it goes on and on. It's really bad. I don't know. You guys read this document. It's directly off of Army.mil and watch some of the videos. And I'm going to link some of the stuff together at the end. The next thing is Operation Garden Plot. The conclusion of the Army.mil said they were now prepared for Operation Garden Plot. That doesn't sound good with the toxic rain, food crisis, and all this other stuff that's rumoring around. Operation Garden Plot sounds suspicious. I don't know where that comes from yet. And I'm going to do some more research and make another video on that. If you guys know anything about Operation Garden Plot, I would like for you to send it to my channel. That would be great. The next thing here is there's information coming out that this could be a staged event or at least pre-planned. I don't want to believe that because I'll lose my mind. But, I mean, this is what I got here. I'm going to link all this in the bottom. Goldman Sachs stole $250 million worth of BP stock in the months before the oil spill, in the quarter before the oil spill. Now, BP seems to have been taking a big slide before the oil spill as well. However, BP top executives sold $1.4 million in their personal stock, and I have articles clipped for that, paid off their mansion in the weeks before the oil spill. Halliburton, they bought an expert cleanup crew, one of the largest, called Boots and Coots, I believe. I've linked to that. I mean, they do exactly what we need them for this problem. They clean up oil and fix broken wellheads, and Halliburton bought this company prior to the well explosion on April 12th, and I have the articles for that. BP report, they made a report came out. I haven't seen the actual report, but supposedly on page 37, they name unspecified modifications performed by, it doesn't say who they were performed by in the report, but then in Congress, Halliburton had come out in Congress and said that they were the ones working on the well 20 hours prior. There's videos on Anderson Cooper this morning where they're saying that there was a big fight on the oil well the day before and that they had replaced the mud in the hydraulic system with seawater, which is a big no-no. They even said, and I quote, "We're messing with Mother Nature." I'm not sure what you want to take from that, but that sure sounds like intentional or just gross negligence and crime at the best. What else? BP stock was way down before the oil disaster. We covered that. And then it's come out that people have now confirmed that many top BP executives are Bilderberger members. The Bilderbergers out in the open now. They're talking about it everywhere. It's no more kooky to talk about the Bilderbergers. And the BP members are Bilderbergers. Obama was sanctioned at the Bilderberger meeting supposedly. I mean, they're all in bed together. So I got videos for everything I'm talking about clipped down here. I just want to go over all the information for those of you who don't follow alternative media that may have found my videos or friends of mine that are already watching my videos. Other stories in the news, Iran and Turkey supposedly are hiding Osama bin Laden and his top buddies in the mountains of Iran, and Turkey knows about it. I'm sure this information comes from Israel, and I'm going to tie this all together, but I just wanted you to know that ridiculous information that's going to come across the news soon. They're going to be trying to tell you that Turkey and Iran now are working and hiding Osama. And if you hear that, you're not going to believe it, but I just wanted to tell you that that's coming. The next thing I saw, all of a sudden, NASA's predicting huge solar storms, which people, end timers, have been talking about this forever, but they're saying that they may have to turn out the satellites, the media satellites, in advance of the solar storms to protect them, which that don't make sense to me. It sounds like they're floating this excuse for a media takeover for some event, or for the takeover of the media, or for media blackout during some event, whatever that might be. I've got a video for that. The next thing is a Mexican boy was shot dead on the border. I guess teenage boys were hurling rocks at Border Patrol, and Border Patrol shot the Mexican boy. So, I mean, here again, we're acting like Israel. I don't agree with the border situation. I think they're using the Mexicans as a ploy to drive our economy down. I think that there's a way to do it correctly. I don't agree with shooting Mexican children across the border, obviously. But what's more important is now Mexico's up in arms. And we've seen the La Raza stuff, we've seen the machete stuff, we've seen the people being played up as rednecks and racists because they want to try to protect their economy and protect their borders and enforce federal law. So, I mean, that all ties together. And then CNBC analysts come out and predict world economic collapse. They're saying that the oil spill now is going to crash the oil market and that we should buy guns. So they're saying this on CNBC, not just Alex Jones. Buy guns, buy bottled water, buy barbed wire. So, I mean, we tie this all together on top of the Obama signing the gun confiscation treaty, and the big picture is ugly. Now, I don't want to, fearmonger theories, but this is my theory of looking at all this, and this is what scares me. We got the oil spill, whether it's planned, it was negligent, whether they're letting it happen, or they're taking advantage of it, or they're covering up how bad it is. There's something going on with the oil spill. That's just horrible, and we're all focused on that. But then we have the World War scenarios with Iran, and then we have shutting down the internet excuses. We've got the Army.mil stuff where they say they're prepared for Operation, whatever I said it was, Garden Plot. I mean, it all ties together and looks like something major is happening or about to happen. And I don't want to get caught off guard working on the oil spill and then have troops and gun owners fighting the military. I'm not a military. I'm not a gun owner. I want to surf and clean up the oil spill. I don't know what's going on, and I'm freaking out. So if y'all can put this together and help me figure this out, I would appreciate it. I'm going to put a lot of links in the sidebars, in the down bars down here. I'm going to go out for a surf and come home and try to talk myself down and figure out this stuff rationally. I spent the whole day yesterday putting together the foundation and working on things so we can raise money to help clean up the oil spill in Central Florida. And when I got back to my YouTube, I was hit with all this last night. So, I got a lot going on, and I can use any help I can. So you guys want to talk me down or tell me how bad it really is or tell me I'm retarded, but I have, all the stuff down here that makes me believe some of this stuff is real or most of the stuff is real. So thanks, and hope I didn't ruin anybody's day.